Hank here with Jenks Aviation Services. So I get asked all the time what weather services I use. I guess mainly they want to know from a flying standpoint, but I really think it's applicable to everybody because it's the source that I use is free, and it's also the source that all of these other companies that you're paying for these apps, or that if you watch the weatherman, whether it's channel 2, 6, 8, 20, whatever, the weather channel, they're all getting weather from the same people, same source. And so I want to show you how to get that free of charge, and we're going to do it today. And the main thing that I'm kind of focusing on today is doing this from a standpoint of getting it on your phone, because that's where most of us are going to get our weather. I'll also show you how to get it on your desktop, but I mainly want to focus on your phone. So whatever your browser is, if you come down here and just kind of stick with me, we'll come down, we'll click on our browser. I'm going to back out for just a minute to what you'll enter in your browser. So if you'll go to it on your phone, go to Safari if you're an iPhone guy or gal, or whatever you Android weirdos use. Go to it, type in mobile.weather.gov. Hit enter. It's going to take you to this little page right here. Now, what I would recommend from here, and this is for another day and time, but you can go to this page and save this on your home screen as a website, and it actually will save it what it looks like, a little app on your if you're an iPhone person, all you would do would be wherever you're at on your whatever website you're on that you want to save onto your home screen. You'll go to the bottom, you'll pick that little up sign from it's a square with an up arrow in it, and then scroll down to add to home screen. That's another video for another day, but just that's how you would do it on an iPhone. So save this page here on your home screen. And what it was, if you don't have any towns already entered here, it would just be this blank. So let's come up here to zip, and let's go to Stillwater, Oklahoma, and enter that. Come over here and hit go, and it's going to take you to the forecast page for Stillwater, Oklahoma. Now, what I use this for, I don't use it a lot for radar. It does have a radar link. Not a bad link, but it's kind of hard to see on a phone, and it's not the best option out there. Again, that's probably another video we'll work on some other day. But my favorite radar site is Radar Scope. It's an app that costs about, I don't know, I think it's $10 or something. It's absolutely the best radar app that you can buy, in my opinion, and I'm not getting paid by them. But Radar Scope, if you're interested in the best radar app that you can have on your phone, that's it. There's a lot of free stuff out there that works probably just as well if you're just wondering if you're going to get rained on. If you're wondering if you're going to die flying through it, I'd recommend buying something a little better. But what I use this for, I use the National Weather Service for about 3 or 4 things. The first thing I use it for is a 7-day forecast. So for that, we just click on Detailed Forecast. You can click on that, boom, there's your 7-day forecast. It'll look just about like that on your phone. You can even click down here on the end of one of these, and it kind of goes into like an hourly forecast, which I don't know, whatever. But the main thing I look at is temperature. You can get your highs and lows here. You can get your wind speed and gusts and direction. You can also get your percentages of your rain percentage. So we've got a chance of Saturday of 50%, and if you wanted to click on that, it would probably tell you what time Saturday to expect that. The best, again, this is where everybody else is getting their weather, so this is coming right from the source. So click back, show you the other things that I do with this. I also go to radar discussion, and if you saw my Facebook page this morning, this is where I posted this part about that it looks like maybe fall's headed this way. That comes out at 2 o'clock, 2 to 3 in the morning. It's literally just changed So we're getting this long-term, short-term, which is a little different depending on where you're at. I want to back up and show you the one I showed you this morning. You would go back out to that main page. So let's go back to watts. Let's use it as an example. My lovely internet here is not working very well. Oh, come on. Don't quit me now. Okay, so we'll come out to forecast discussion, and it brings up this page. Now, this has been updated. The one that I showed this morning that talked about the fall. So when you wake up in the morning, you can click on this forecast reasoning or forecast discussion right here, and it'll tell you a little bit of a breakdown. A lot of this is stuff that I don't understand, whatever. You may not either, maybe you do, but some of it will be over your head, but it'll give you a really good idea of what to expect throughout the day. These things are good for 12 hours, and so when it comes out, it'll come out at typically about 3 a.m. and 3 p.m. with an update, an area forecast discussion, an update. Sometimes you won't always get these updates. It may stay that forecasted at 3 a.m. You may not get another forecast till 3 p.m. But today we get an area forecast update that just came out a few minutes ago, gives us a little breakdown. And then for you pilots at noon, you'll get an aviation forecast that'll talk more about sky conditions and whether they think it's going to be VFR, IFR, marginal, whatever. That'll come out at noon and at midnight, and it'll augment the area discussion. So you can read this every day. You can Google some of these words if you don't know what they are, because I don't know what I don't know what all of this stuff is. It gets into this HRRR. You'll have to do a little research, but it's kind of cool if you want to become a weather geek. So those are the two things that I use this for more than anything. I get my 7-day forecast and I get my forecast discussion. One thing, if you are on a desktop as opposed to an iPhone, or if your iPhone is gigantic, you can click down at the very bottom on full site, and it brings up what you would, the same weather source, but on a desktop version. One thing I'm going to back up just for a second. If you look up here at the top, it says advisory in effect. So if you got Watts, just below Watts or whatever town, if the area that you're in, that you've selected, is in any type of advisory, they will be denoted here. So it'll say advisory in effect. You can click on that. You can look at your heat advisory. You can also look at hazardous weather. If I'm looking for an earlier discussion or something from that area forecast, sometimes it's printed in here. Kind of cool stuff. So let's fast forward over here to this full site where we were earlier, and this shows the entire United States and any weather warnings or watches that we're currently in. So if we come over here and we click on Adair County, it tells us that we're in a heat advisory, which we already knew, right? So you click on that, and that would give you that. But this is just a closer or a desktop version of what you're looking at on your phone. So that's all I had for today. I just wanted to show you a way to get weather really cheap, really fast, and really accurate. And if you'll notice, I backed all the way up. If you save this page right on your phone as a home page, any town that you enter will stay on here. So if you got a vacation that you go to once a year and you go stay at Ouray, Colorado, which is probably only one of those, we click on that bad boy, go, and we can see the 7-day forecast, and which will probably make you want to throw up. Actually, it's kind of hot there, but it does get down to in the 50s at night and 60% chance of rain. Anyway, you can save that, and so now when you back up to that main page that we started on, it'll usually list, we didn't go, for whatever reason, didn't list Ouray, but it listed the other towns. So it'll list the towns that you've searched before, and you can go through your list without having to type it in. That's all I got today. There's your free weather information for the day from Hank. Have a good day.